Hiya folks, I'm Grim and welcome to Grim Grooves, a channel where I react to and review music of all kinds. Today we'll be checking out some more Limbus company music. This is Audite Pauper and Vovete Miserias. I'm not sure what these songs are, but you guys asked for them, and Limbus company and East Studio EAM music is always just so incredible that I can't wait to look into these. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. But if you've got anything else you'd like me to check out, throw it down in the comments. And while you're down there, it would help out so much if you hit the like button and subscribe. You'll be able to see all the new content I put out every day, 2 videos a day, always new stuff. And I'd also like to thank my Patreon supporters, because without their support, it'd be hard to continue doing this. And I've also got a Discord now, so you can go hang out and check out my Discord if you like. The link's down in the description. Without further ado, let's check out Audite Pauper and Vovete Miserias. Nice. It's interesting how layered this is already. It feels very much like Phantom of the Opera kind of vibe from this, like the organ in the back, and then well, the organ's really in the forefront, and then in the back there's like a little piano melody going on. There's bells, I believe, as well, like kind of deep into the back of the mix, but you can still hear them faintly. And it's really good so far. That organ melody is really fantastic, and it's really carrying this whole thing. And I'm curious to see where this will go from here, because it's already really interesting. It's like a waltz in Dracula's castle or something like that, like the strings, that string melody going on there. It's really unique though. Interesting interesting fade out of the organ, and moving into just like kind of focusing on the piano melody would bring it into the forefront, which has been like in the back this entire time. And now they've kind of cut out the strings, cut out the organ, and just focusing on the piano melody, which is also a really solid melody. Like, this is all fairly intimidating of a song. Like, it seems like it would fit for someone like I don't know if I'd say royalty, but like high society class kind of thing. Like, again, it back into the kind of waltz feel of it. And like I said, with the organ, it feels kind of like Castlevania is my thought, because a lot of Castlevania music has that kind of like deep like high note organ music, which is like all very intense and very foreboding and stuff like that. And this kind of fits that vibe, but also the kind of string melodies and the piano and everything like that lends to that kind of dance feel, whereas why I said like waltz and stuff like that. But it's really interesting, really good. I'm enjoying this. It ends with the soft piano melody, And now we're on to Vovete Miserias. This is crazy. Like, such a huge difference in tone and style from the first song to the second. Again, I don't know if these are like boss themes or what these are necessarily, but this definitely feels more like a boss theme. It's really intense. Like, the percussion's hitting really hard. The organ is going much more frantically than it was in Audite Pauper. Like, a little bit of piano in the back of the mix as well. Like, just little inklings here and there, but this is really interesting and really high energy. Once again, very intimidating as well, though. Strings. You can hear the strings just constantly going in the background. I heard a couple ticking there, ticking sounds, and I think you guys were saying that's like Dante, or has to do with your character with the clock for a face and stuff, which is really interesting that they kind of mix that in to these songs, and it's almost imperceptible in some cases. Like, you barely even notice it. It just fits in so well. But it's really cool that they have little Easter eggs like that, little kind of elements that allude to the characters and the story and stuff like that. Even the music here, I'm sure, will in some way relate to the character you're fighting or you're playing or whatever it is. But super interesting. The first song was very much like like I said, a dance at Dracula's castle. Now the dance is over and you're in a fight to the death with Dracula himself or something like that. Like, it's really high energy. Like, still has a little bit of that regalness to it or like the high society vibe from the organ and just the overall style of this. Now we got the percussion coming in here and seems like it's picking up speed a little bit. Curious to see where this will go. It's so interesting, the mix on this one, because you've got the organ in the forefront here, very much so, but then you have like that fast, frantic string melody that was going on before, and now it's like more of just a booming kind of other type of string melody. Like, I think before it was a violin, and I'm not exactly sure which string melody is going on in the background now, like what instrument it is, but it's a very different sound from what we had before, and really interesting. Again, the way that the organ is just so pronounced in this, it again leads to that kind of regal feeling or like high society in like the 1800s kind of vibe, or even past like that, something like that. But again, really unique, and even for Studio EIM and Limbus Company music, it's very different from what I've heard before, but it's very good. not sure if that was a viola or a cello or what, but yeah, a really interesting way to end it there. Just again, stripping away the organ and just focusing on the kind of viola or violin or cello kind of music, and then the lilting piano to finish it off. But yeah, that was such an intense theme. Like, if it is a boss theme, it's like it fits that kind of vibe for, like, again, old like gothic Victorian castle or something like that. That's the vibes I get from this, especially the organ. Again, it could just be my like ties to Castlevania music and stuff like that to kind of make me think this way, and I could be completely off. It could have nothing to do with that kind of vibe or that kind of style, but it's definitely the setting I get. Even the background kind of looks like that kind of broken down castle in Transylvania or like whatever, Romania, whatever. Yeah, it's just really interesting. Really well done though. Like, two really unique songs from this game. And again, I'm assuming they kind of tie into each other. They have similar organ themes to them, and also they're packaged together by Lunatic in this kind of video. I was trying to think of some other word, but I can't speak today, so I'm sorry. But anyways, thanks for hanging out watching my reaction. If you liked it, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Until next time, later days, folks.
We cloud people, we live.